everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Happy Saturday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Um, as you guys may know, there's not much going on. I found a couple things and some drama, just very small drama regarding InArt. And I'm going to do that before Mike shows up. We'll get into that drama real quick before Michael comes and ruins it for me. What's going on, guys? Happy Saturday. Tell me something. I'm exhausted, guys. Collecting's really taking a toll on my energy. Let's see who's in here real quickly before we get started. I want to get it over with before Mike shows up. Wishmaster, welcome. Nice to see you. You're a new viewer. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Peyton in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. As always, Joker J in the house. How are you, my friend? We got Uncarded in the house. Oh yeah, we got some Uncarded drama. He sent me some stuff. he sent me some delusion screenshots that we're gonna get into. Babo, welcome, Babo in the house. Babo. Let's see who else is in here. The little hand says it's time to rock and roll. This guy. Jim Cole, welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. How are you, my friend? Welcome. We got Uncarded asking for some hydration. Oh, man. Harold in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. We got Artulio in the house. How are you, my friend? I asked Tulio, I said, Tulio, what's your name? He goes, no one will ever know. He's not telling me his name. So I call him Artulio. Man, Tulio in the house. How are you, my friend? We have, let's see who else is in here. We got Mike in the house. Welcome. Nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. We got you too, my friend. Thank you for being here. All right, guys. So let's get into it quickly. I don't know how long, when Mike's going to show up, but so apparently, InArt made a post on showing the artist, I guess, painting the Superman head sculpt, right? And then, Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. So, Thule or not? Thule or not Thule? That is the question. Thule or not Thule? Artulio. Oh man. So apparently InArt, made a post on their Instagram page talking about how amazing the sculptors do this work, or the artists do the work, and how meticulous and how perfect and how blah blah blah. So here is the post, right? I'm going to read to you guys what it says for those who haven't seen it. And then, we'll get into the drama. Well, the delusion. So it says, the artists from InArt make sure they pay attention to every detail on figures, particularly the head sculpts. The precision, dedication, and countless revisions culminate in the BVS Superman figure, and we're happy to share the journey with you. This time, we're delving into the painter's dedication to perfection, as they experimented with over 10 prototypes to capture the essence of the character. Take a closer look and you will see the artistic process, as warm and cold hues were carefully layered through 3 stages. culminating in such a realistic result, right? Which is all going to get lost when it's mass produced. So that's number one. To ensure the head sculpt perfectly mirrors the character, the painter made great efforts to capture every minute. I think he says minute. Yeah, every minute detail of Superman's expression. A detailed study of blood flow changes around his eyes was conducted, examining thickness, curvature, and sparsity. This intricate analysis, based on 50 to 60 stills, resulted in a finally reproduced expression of anger. Through these behind-the-scenes photos, we hope you can get a better insight into the dedication that defines our commitment to excellence. So, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. Derek, my friend, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday, my friend. Guys, please hit that like button if you don't mind. I appreciate it. There's 18 of you guys in here. I shouldn't have 2 likes right now. Unreal. Guys, please don't be weird tonight. Just hit that like button before I block all of you.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Thank you, guys. The Thor in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Happy Veterans Day, my friend. Thank you for your service. It's a premium service. The Thor gave us premium service in the military. So, guys, like I said, right? So they're boasting on their work, on their meticulous work, on their, how amazing these layers are and how amazing these colors are and how angry he looks and there's blood and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, this is going to lose all of that, or at least most of that, when it's mass produced, right? So they're telling you, they're just hyping up their product, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But as you can, as you guys know or should know by now, their product is not, excellent. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's not mind-blowing. It's not, it's none of those things. None of them. Not one of them. They're an upscale, that's what I like to call them now. They're an upscale third-party company that linked up, as we all know, they linked up with YouTubers to, get their name out there. And, they started spreading, what do you call it? A lot of misinformation, a lot of delusion. So we're going to, so now, like I said, Uncarded Reviews, thank you for that. He sent me the screenshots of a conversation that he was having with somebody in the during this post or on this post. Let me get to it real quickly. So we're gonna get right into the conversation that was had. So here we have somebody named N_sanity says, Uncarded Reviews, I get what you mean. I don't know, what the previous comment was, but we're going to start from here. I get what you mean, but Hot Toys does it too. Well, mostly for their deluxe figure. It always will lose detail in mass production. So that's what we're talking about. We can only hope it gets close as possible. So as possible, right? So then he also writes below, Inner does some of the best work in the market. They're even better than Hot Toys most of the time. Okay? Remember that conversation. They're better than Hot Toys most of the time. How many figures does Hot Toys have out on the market right now? And how many figures does Inart have on the market right now? But remember, as you're reading right now, they're even better than Hot Toys most of the time. Most of the time. So Hot Toys has about 800 figures out right now, and Inart has 1. So most of the time, right, this is the delusion. Most of the time, Inart is better than Hot Toys. What most of the time? What most of the time? This is This is what I tell you guys. Delusional. These people speak, and it's crazy. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? How does this make any sense? What do you, why, like, where does this come from? Inner does some of the best work in the market. They're even better than Hot Toys most of the time. This can't be real. This cannot be real. This has to be somebody working for Inner. This can't be real at all. Not even a little bit, right? Not even a little bit. Like, this is delusion 101. This is not true, because what's most of the time? With one figure out, what's most of the time? So that alone doesn't make sense, right? That comment alone makes no sense. So we're going to get into the next one. So he says, so here's repeated, right? The one I just read. And then right below, Uncarded Review response, it says, really? I'm going to have to press F to doubt. I have plenty of great looking Hot Toys figures in my collection that I can say looks great, 100%. But the only Inner figure I had was the Joker, and I've yet to receive Pennywise, Gandalf, or Pattinson. How many of those that I listed do you actually have in hand? 100% correct right here. What is this guy Insanity talking about? How is Inner better most of what time? Oh, Michael's here. Michael! Welcome.
What's up?
So I'm almost done with this. I know you don't like this stuff. So how is this, like, how does this make any sense to anybody? Most of the time. Most of what time? What do they do? What have they done besides the Joker? What is out? What is most of the time? What most of the time? Delusion. Anybody at this point right now saying still that Inner is anything is delusional, right? 100% delusion. None of this makes sense. None of it. Again, specifically, most of the time. Most of what time? Most of what time? When was Inner making anything more than Hot Toys? When? Never, ever. So, crazy stuff. Michael, welcome. How are you?
Good. What's up?
All right, let's see what you guys are saying quickly. Let me see. Lucho in the house. Lucho, go check Facebook real quick. I left you something.
What's up?
Oh man. He's I left him a little post he's got to read. It's word salad to demand premium. It's word salad. The Thor says, I had glued eye. A tight haircut. This guy. He's got Cobras, get on stream. Yeah, okay. This guy. Luis, tell him what you do. He's too busy balancing his life with his nutsack and his tongue. Unbelievable. Luis. Too bad I'll never see an Inner figure or pimp. Mike, did you ever order anything Inner? No, right? Not even the Joker, right? I thought maybe you got the single pack.
I'm just not even like.
Mike's like, leave me alone.
I honestly though, besides the the little Australian homo, you give Inart the most playtime of anybody. I can't. You talk about this Inart company so much, it blows my mind.
Well,
it blows my mind.
You have to understand that when the community says that this is
stop, there's no way the community is talking about Inart when they've released like you said, one figure. Stop. They're nobody. They're like, stop talking about them. Why you give them so much?
No, that is true. You're 100%. But when I see Inart figures, when they all come out most of the time, this is what I do.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand the Inart. I don't.
That's so funny.
There's like well, let me tell you, they've done they really have done a great job because think about it. If you're like Chevy, right, and then I come out with Modoc Mike's supercar, and I produce one vehicle, and I'm the hottest selling. What are you doing? Like, you're comparing nothing.
No, it's true.
Apples and
No, it's true.
oranges.
It's true, but I like, what it is? It's not mostly about the company. It's about the delusion of these people who love the company.
Well,
That's what
look at, but why even give them airtime, right? You're talking about one little nerd who's got his one figure.
He said one little nerd.
You know what I mean? Like, of course he's gonna love his $500 toy that he just bought. He's
Right.
got one,
That's true.
or
That's
maybe
true.
he's got two.
He got the double pack.
Yeah, he's got. Come on, stop.
Thomas Jones says, "Are you serious, dude? You do realize Inert's a premium company? It's so premium that it's made for doctors and lawyers. Okay, that's how premium that company is." Thanks to all the veterans. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, this whole premium thing, like look at you got to be a more again. It's always been premium, right? These are $300 figures, $250 figures. This is not $25. This is not $50. So these have always been forever and ever premium figures.
Right.
You know what I mean? So put whatever adjective you want to put on it: artisan, fluff, whatever. Luxury. It's all bullshit. It's always been. These are high end toys. Right. That we buy and futz around with, and putting another adjective in front of it should not mean it's $300 more.
No, it's true. Very true.
And that hair on that Wonder Woman, again, you'll never convince me that is going to be a better figure. That's a more premium figure. I don't care if you put a limited number on it. It's not looking
I think
better.
You know what it is? The Wonder Woman that from the movie, right? I think as a figure, she's just overall perfect, right? It's just a like the looks wise, the outfit. I think everything about that figure, was perfect. But because of the differences of that new B100 Wonder Woman, the body, the hair, the accessories, I think all of that stuff was at least supposed to make it that much better, just overall. Like the Wonder Woman didn't come with a silicone body. This one did, right? Which again,
you can keep saying that, right? You can keep saying, because every time it's brought up, right? How is it better? Show me where it's looking better, is better. Like where? How? I can't see it with my eyeballs that it's any better.
Well, so the reason why I keep bringing that up is because according to collecting, according to these companies, I guess your best body is always going to be a silicone body, right? So that's why Hot Toys goes that route specifically with that figure, because of the fact that the best body on the market to get, period, is a silicone body, right? That's what the best body's supposed to be.
What do I have? All right, what do we have then? Let's talk about this. What is the non-silicone body? Rubber? What is
whatever it? Yeah, whatever. I don't know what material. Like, for example, the Wonder Woman 84 figure that we talk about that we both like, what is she made out of? It's not silicone. So whatever that is not silicone. So that is a huge difference. When for example, somebody wants to buy a Fison body. Why the Fison? Because of whatever the Fison body is capable of doing that any other body, obviously besides the seamless stuff, that any other body's not capable of doing. That's why people, go for the Fison. Again, I'm going to just say off the top of my head, it's the seamless stuff, right? Let's just say that. Obviously, it's more than that, because when you, for example, like Luis, he'll take a figure, he'll body swap it, he'll put a Fison in there, and guess what? The figure now has better articulation, better movement, better range of motion, all these things. So that's why people even go with these silicone bodies for that reason. So that's why, I keep saying, and that's why Hot Toys went out of their way to give us a silicone body for that figure, because at the end of the day, the silicone, it's supposed to be premium, right? The silicone is supposed to be top notch, best of the best, or else they would have used something better. And if there was nothing better, they would have used the same Wonder Woman body that they
Fison bodies are silicone, right?
correct. So that's why
Which Fison's been around for
forever, right?
10 years now.
But Hot Toys has never used anything,
They've
silicone.
never used the Fison body.
They've never used the silicone. Not necessarily. Well, Hot Toys is not going to buy a Fison and they're not going to go to Fison and be like, hey, I need some of your body. No, Hot Toys has always made their own bodies. Therefore, they're going to keep making their own bodies, which is why that silicone body was made for that Wonder Woman by Hot Toys, not by Fison, right? By Hot Toys, because again, I'm going to assume that Hot Toys goes all the way to silicone for the very first time for a specific reason, right? There's something about the silicone that they decided to go that route. Why didn't they do, like I was saying before, why didn't they just use the regular body of the Wonder Woman 84 figure? That body is perfect. There's nothing wrong with that body. There was no need to get a silicone body. But so why does Hot Toys do that? Because it's premium, because it's supposed to be better. One of the accessories that Wonder Woman comes with that WB 100 is a like a bicep. It's like a bracelet, but it's for the bicep. And so because of that silicone body being a little bit thicker and that texture, when you're sliding that up to put it on, it doesn't go all the way up. It stops like at the beginning of the bicep. When the Wonder Woman 84 figure has the same exact thing already pre-installed, because it's a smaller body and it's actually all the way up on the shoulder, not on the bicep. So that is one thing I noticed because of the texture of the silicone body as well.
I have a feeling that silicone and rubber are the same thing. I think we're being fooled here.
I don't think so. It feels different. The texture alone on the bodies feels completely different.
Does anyone know? Does anyone really know? Do we know what's going on here? Like, because it's silicone, it's like rubber. It's like a type of rubber.
It's a different chemical. It's a different chemical than rubber. It's texture wise, feeling wise.
Isn't like silica like the little balls? Isn't that like the little?
Yeah, like you melt them. Don't you melt them to shape like whatever? So that's what I mean,
I don't know. I think this is rubber's rubber, man. I think we're getting fucking fooled.
So then if rubber's rubber, then what is the difference between, let's say, a regular Hot Toys body and a Fison?
Yeah.
Tell
me the major difference.
It's a different, and you feel it. If I were to grab both Wonder Woman figures right now, and you felt both bodies, you'd be like, this is different. Even though they may be both rubber. What the silicone?
Right, I'm not like futzing with my toys, right? So they don't look different, right?
No, but I'm just. If you put the two Wonder Woman figures together, you won't know that one is silicone and one is not. You won't. But again, there's something to that. There's something to that body that they chose to use it. Again, I would have been perfectly okay, and I didn't even expect that they would change that body from the Wonder Woman figure from the movie, because that body was perfect. There was nothing wrong with them, reusing that body. I would have been perfectly fine. And like I said, I never expected them to even go above that body and give us a silicone. Why would they do that? There's no need for them to do that. The body was perfect. If there was a problem with the Wonder Woman body, I understand. Fine, they had to change it. Like, for example, the Ahsoka. We're hoping the Ahsoka body is going to be changed because the DX21 body was trash. So when I noticed that they had changed the body when I got it in hand, I was told by Mark Mitchell, shout out to Mark Mitchell, he had told me, he's like, yeah, he goes, the body's a little bigger. When I got it in the video, I was like, oh, they look the same, but you could tell that it was a little beefier, the silicone body. And what I noticed was because when I was trying to put the ring up on the arm, it didn't go up higher than or as high as the original figure. So when I saw that they changed the body, I was like, wow. I was like, they really wanted to make this something different, something special. Again, it's a celebration piece. They went all out with her accessories. Every single accessory that she's had, with every other figure, they added to this figure. So my thing is this: if silicone wasn't supposed to be better. Why would they use it for such a special figure? And that's why I'm, I put in my head that that's why, it's better. Am I going out of my way to look for Feisten and silicone bodies? Absolutely not. Am I body swapping my stuff to the Feisten bodies? Absolutely not. Feisten bodies have never been a thing for me. I don't think they're that much better. I don't think they're that much more special. For you guys who have used them, obviously you do because you keep buying them. But example, I always go back to Luis. If they weren't good, he wouldn't be spending his money on these bodies. He wouldn't be, customizing figures with these bodies. So that's what I mean, right? These bodies are there for a reason, and they're there for something.
But I mean, I've futzed around with Feisen bodies for a long time, right?
Uh-huh.
They still rub and deteriorate, just
Correct.
like the hot toy bodies do. So
Which is,
I don't
that
know.
is the worst part. Yes.
So I've touched them, right? I've futzed around with them. I've rubbed them. They most certainly degrade, I want to say, at the same pace. So I feel like I'm having deja vu with like the statue world too, because there's like a fight with the statue world, like with like cold cast porcelain versus like when Hot Toys uses, like they use like a hollow, it's not plastic, but it's like a material that instead of like a hard porcelain cold cast porcelain, which is like a hard material and a heavier material to use when you're making a statue. Hot Toys will use like a lighter. Again, I don't want to call it rubber. It's not, but it's
Right.
It's to make it lighter, basically. But look, in the end of the day, the statues all look the same. They all end up when you slap paint on it, it ends up looking exactly the same. So, and they last the same. It's not like I don't think there's a difference. So again, this whole premium silicone rubber. I think rubber's rubber, man. I think rubber's rubber, and
it's funny that you bring that up, the whole rubbing and how they peel and stuff. That's why I don't go for Feisen. That's why Feisen's not a thing for me, because I know that at the end of the day, I don't have any problems with, my temperature here, my figures don't dry out, my figures don't flake, all that stuff. But over time, if you don't keep starching these bodies, they're gonna go bad. So why would I do that to all my figures? If it's on a figure that it's not fully covered, like Luis will turn he'll body swap a Black Widow, right? So obviously a Black Widow Feisen body is going to be fully covered because she has an entire body suit. But a Hawkeye, for example, why would I want to do a Hawkeye figure with a sleeveless shirt or a tank top with his arm exposed, knowing that over time that's going to flake, that's going to disintegrate, that's going to dry out? I would never. That's why I've never thought that Feisen were a thing, even though they have a purpose in the hobby. They're a lot of people love them. A lot of people use them all the time. I feel like that's one of the go-to bodies for customs specifically. Anybody that wants to ever make a figure look more realistic, where do they go? Feisen. They don't go to they don't use a Hot Toys body with exposed joints. They'll use what's the other company that has these bodies too?
TB League? No, TB League is Feisen.
Yeah, TB League. No, TB League. No, that's not Feisen, is it?
Yeah, TB League. Yeah, they're Feisen. TB League is Feisen.
So what's the other?
I know what you're talking about. Yandu.
Something.
It's a Chinese name, I think.
There's another brand of of these types of bodies. So that's my thing. So they're very, very useful for customs. They're very useful for to make a figure, to step up that figure that much more, right? When it comes to articulation, when it comes to muscularity, muscle tone, obviously depending on what body you're using. But they're very useful, and that's my thing. That they wouldn't have used that silicone body if it was nothing. But again, did I want a silicone body? Did I, was I like, oh my God, they use silicone? No, absolutely not. Because
try putting a suit on a silicone body. It's not fun.
That's another reason why I don't bother with it. So the only reason why I've ever purchased Feisen is because of the fact that I buy those super duck kits, and obviously you get the clothing and you need the bodies. Nightmare. Those bodies, they never, it's never a smooth process ever. You have to rip the suit one way or another. It's getting ripped. The thread is coming off of the suit. It's a nightmare. So, but that's how I know about these figures.
You're just tearing up that rubber body, like to yank that suit onto a a Fison body, you are effing up that body. There's just no, you are.
100%. So that's why I've never been a big, customizer fan. Number one, customizer. Number two, to go spend more money on these silicone bodies. For what reason? It's not a big deal for me. It's never been a big deal for me. Another thing, what makes these figures what they are is the originality of it, right? If you were to buy a Hot Toys figure for retail, right? It comes original, you get it, you body swap it, and then you go try to resell it, you are not getting that money back ever. I don't care if it looks amazing. I don't care what you did to that figure. It is not a 100% genuine Hot Toys anymore.
But it's not lasting longer. The Fison's not lasting longer. It's not, the rubber body's not giving your figure more life. It's not, I don't get it. Again, I don't understand this allure now with this silicone.
Well, that's the thing.
Which is again something we've had for the last decade. So it's not.
But the fact that Hot Toys all of a sudden is using it, there's a reason why. Is my point, right? Why
is it just because they're using it, right? Let's establish that, right? Silicone bodies, Fison bodies, been around for a decade. Hot Toys is now finally just using them. That's basically what's happening.
Well, they're not using them. They're creating their own style of it. Because obviously that's not a Fison, that's a Hot Toys body.
Same, but they're just using rubber. Hot Toys rubber.
No, correct. So, but the thing is that I'm gonna say how I think of this, and they went as far as giving us that silicone again just for that piece. I don't think it's gonna be a constant thing. It could be, right, if they see that it's worth it for them to give us those bodies. Obviously, we're going to get charged more. I don't know how happy people would be. I know I wouldn't be very happy if all of a sudden we're getting all these Fison style bodies. Obviously, it is what it is. If that's how they're coming, that's how they're coming. It's not something that I'm like dying for them to get or to start pumping out or to start doing. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm very happy with Hot Toys' bodies, always have been.
Listen, we're at the ceiling. They've pushed it too far, I think, already. That Wonder Woman is not $500. Not any day of the week, not any day, never. I don't care what you do it, what you put on it. Yeah. That is not a $500 plus figure. And it's
definitely not. It's definitely not. And the hair doesn't do it. I mean, I love the figure. I love the figure. I'm glad I have it. But can you justify the price because you got, wool hair and a silicone body now? Absolutely not.
No way.
Absolutely not. Can you, like I told you guys when the figure was announced, all these accessories that she comes with, you could say, well, she comes with every accessory. It's all plastic. The lasso is a piece of string that is garbage. There's nothing fancy about it. The what do you call it? The gauntlets where, the plastic gauntlets, plastic. The sword, plastic. One thing would be like if it was all die-cast stuff.
I was gonna say, like, what if they did like a lasso that was like a wired lasso?
Yes.
Like every little minuscule detail was like thought about. There's gonna be magnets in the gauntlets. There's magnets everywhere in the body that is not, even under the, you know what I mean? Just attention to detail. But no, they didn't do any of that. They just swap the body on, put the hair on.
They reused everything. They reused everything we've gotten already. So that's my thing. So is the figure worth that money? No. But my hope is, like I've been telling you guys, the fact that it's a limited piece, I don't even know. I don't even think it's sold out yet. If it is, I have no idea. But my thing is, when it comes to once they're sold out, I feel like that's when the value is going to come. Depending on what happens.
That's crazy, Fabs. You're hoping the market, the limited market of it, creates the value in it.
Well, that's what
I'm waiting for Hot Toys to create the value in it. You know what I mean? You guys are scumbags that you have
ruined.
this company that you've. What's that?
They ruined the.
Yeah. Why don't they put the value in the figure? You know what I mean?
Well, what was giving the value before? The amount that they were making. So the amount that they're making is what gives it the value. Remember that years ago, they were not making 10,000, 8,000. So that's where the value came. Now like I said, nothing holds value now. Everything is mass produced.
They
Like
should just keep their eye off the secondary market. You know what I mean? Like that's like state. That's not your lane, Hot Toys. You know what I mean?
No, correct.
Don't look there. Don't glance there. Don't worry about what Jazz Inc. is doing. Like that's their problem. They were looking at everything that was going on. Like mind your effing business. Make awesome figures. Make awesome head sculpts.
Yeah.
Keep your talent. Don't let your amazing sculptors leave to other companies, you morons.
Yeah.
And you would be dominating even more so than you are now. But you know what? Because of what you've done, you've let these companies creep in and again make one figure and being compared to you. I mean, that's where you've lost.
Right. Yeah, no, it's very true. Oh my God, I was just gonna say something. You just mentioned something and I forgot what the hell you said. But that's the thing, the value was created because of the amounts that were produced. Right now, everything's mass produced, nothing's holding value, everything's dirt cheap after a few months. So because of that, right? Because of the fact that it's a limited piece, that's where I'm hoping that the value comes out of that figure, because at retail, that was not worth that. But it was priced at that because of the fact that it's a limited piece. And, I'm going to assume that they know that it's going to go up in value. But what you're saying is 100% true as well. They need to create the value, but where does the value come from?
In the product.
The product, right? But it's the quantities of the product, not necessarily. Like for example, Yondu. Yondu was probably one of the top 5 overall best figures Hot Toys has ever made. Okay, what made that figure that popular? Number one, it wasn't even, I don't know how many were made, but it didn't seem like it was a limited piece when it was announced.
Wait. You think Yondu was an awesome figure. Yondu was a great head sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
A great head sculpt, 10 head sculpt. And that's it. And then the popularity of the figure grew after that. And you're right, market demand outpaced, production basically.
So, no, but what I was saying was I was going to prove your point right now. So Yondu was not a limited figure, at least as far as I know.
No. Right.
So what made that figure, what it was? Exactly what you said. They made the figure. They gave that figure value because they made that figure great. So that figure didn't need to be a limited figure to create value because, like you said, why aren't they making the figures the value, not the limited quantity?
Right.
So that's a perfect example of Hot Toys being able to do so. I think another, piece to the puzzle is the economy. The economy is not helping anything. So even if Hot Toys is making fire, they're sitting because not many people are buying anyway because they can't. Right? Inflation, food inflation apparently is like 20%.
Yeah, but I don't know. If they're still making awesome figures, they sell. They sell no matter what. These are quote unquote luxury products. They are.
Right.
The $300 action figures. So this is not something that, if you're worried about, the cost of eggs, you're probably not buying a Hot Toys figure. I don't know.
Right. But I could tell you this. Because of the economy and because of how the market is and everything going on, people who are able to purchase are holding off to save that money because it's not. I'm one of them because it's not worth it. Why would you be spending at this point all this money for retail when it's 100% going to be available cheaper down the line?
Yeah.
So why would anybody? So that's my point. So people, seeing this.
Well, it's the last batch of product too. Like the last 10 figures I bought, I've watched all get liquidated for under what I paid.
Yeah.
Whether it's major sideshow coupons or promo codes or sales. So it's like whoa, what am I doing? I'm not a sucker. I'm not going to keep buying your product at retail when I'm watching the people who wait get sick deals. I'm gonna now wait too.
And I kept doing it, and I was like, man, it hurts because I would buy it, and then months later I would see 180, 150, 160, and I'm like, man, that hurts. And I would tell you guys every time, man, that hurts, man. And I just kept going. It's not worth it. It's not worth it anymore one bit, at least for me. You guys do what you guys want to do with your money. There's no problem with that. But for me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the pre-order game is I mean, let me tell you, they had that scheme running for a long effing time.
Yeah, well, that's
You know
all
what I
I
mean?
knew. That's all I knew was pre-order. You know what I mean? That's all I ever knew was you had to pre-order or you were going to miss out. And even when it started, showing that it wasn't that game anymore, just out of like, being so used to that, that's all I did. It was just like it was just, oh, the new figure's out, pre-order, new figure's out, pre-order. Didn't matter what it was. It was just it had to be pre-ordered. Now you can keep it, Sideshow.
Yeah.
Slugging16, how are you, my friend? Welcome. He says, what's good, Fab and Mike? I just want to say I got my 22 Batmobile from Jazz Inc. 22 Batmobile. 66? Came with the engine falling off and a lot of it. Oh, my God, another one.
Did we ever find out that if that was in the paint on that guy on Ralph? Was it
was
Ralph?
in the paint. It was in the paint.
Royce?
Yeah, it wasn't fingerprints. It was like he couldn't wipe it off. Yeah, it was ruined.
It was in the clear coat?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was messed up.
That's pretty bad then, Jazz.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's not okay. None of it is acceptable. None of it should be happening. One here and there, fine. Mistakes are allowed. Mistakes are, inevitable sometimes. I get it. But this is like more often than not, you're getting a crappy vehicle, and that's not okay. At $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $2,000, absolutely not, you know? Guillermo, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Like button smash. Hello. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Guys, if you don't mind, hit that like button if you haven't yet, please.
Let me do that for you.
What up, Mike? The Thor says Moto Mike just in time for the intersection of history.
Listen, guys, don't think that I hear him talking about it and I just maybe wait 5 minutes. I'm like, he's gonna keep talking about it until I come on, so I better get on there just to make him stop talking.
Oh my God. It's a joke. Cobra says fully transformed. Haters gonna hate. Mike, you gotta see the thing I made. Actually, you know what? I'll pull it up. Lucho, because Lucho has been going around the community, kind of like boasting a lot, and I have to bring him back down to reality and put him in his place a little bit because
I think actually he was posting some pictures with some chicks, some hot. I saw when some hot Supergirl he posted a pic with or something.
Who, him?
Yeah, I thought I saw that. I saw something on the Facebook feed.
No, that was his boyfriend probably. So here we go. So we know that he's the biggest. He's the real veteran. He's the true veteran. And he's a poser. We know that, he's a good poser. So here we have him posing, right? Completely body swapped, as you can see. Genuine body swap here. Truly authentic Lucho style, right here. So here's the comment. So somebody had posted a picture and I said, welcome to the group. In case you didn't know, this is one of the true veteran Feistin collector, true poser. And here's one of his best poses. So we have to always remember, Luis, that just because you pose one figure does not make you the true veteran. Okay. So, Luis. So thank you, my friend. Thank you for the, oh my God. Let's see. Peyton says no. It's Peyton. Mr. Mom, how are you? Welcome. You made it. You made it. Two in a row, Ryan. 2 in a row. You're on a roll. You're gonna get my badge soon of true veteran. Oh man. Harold's cracking up. Preach, Mike. Oh my God. Thule says, and pimps. Don't leave out the pimps, says they're premium too. Inart has to kill it in a kill it long term. Lots of releases before they can smack. Jim, Inart needs at least a decade of work before even getting anywhere near Hot Toys. Can you imagine a company coming out of nowhere and people after even, let's just say, even 10 figures, right? Which they don't have anywhere near. But let's just say, Inart is 10 figures deep right now. You think that warrants them better than Hot Toys? Never. Never. Just experience alone. Never. So They may get better. We hope they get better, right? Nobody wants a product that doesn't improve, right? We hope they get better. We hope they, they improve, and we hope they do a better product than what's going on right now. But is it going to be better than Hot Toys? Honestly, ever? I don't think so. At least no time soon. Maybe in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. Maybe. But they need tons and tons and tons of work, starting with distribution. Mona was like, you had me in our magnets. This guy. Or their fans too, I mean. Chris, it's like Hot Toys isn't the reason most of us are. Exactly. That's another thing. We're all here because of Hot Toys. And all of a sudden, this brand new company comes in. Oh, Hot Toys is crap. So why are you here then? You're here because of Hot Toys. So why are you in here? Makes no sense. It's just, hypocrites. A bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah. Hot Toys isn't crap. Hot Toys is stupid. You know what I mean? Hot Toys was in a position to really, I don't know, dominate and make themselves, I think,
If
and they got greedy.
If Hot Toys would have kept that same flow that they had years ago, this game would be completely different right now. It would be super cutthroat trying to get these figures, once they're announced, like back in the day.
I just feel they never should have went down the road of re-releases. They should have never. They just should have said, "Look, we make unique products. We don't make things again and again and again. We make them unique. What we might revisit it, and we might improve it and make it completely different, and improve upon it. But we're never gonna redo it. We're never gonna reproduce something, remanufacture something. That always, to this day, you'll never change my mind on it. The reissue of it, I hate it. Doesn't sit well with me. And again, cheapens it, dilutes the brand.
That is one thing that I agree with 100%. I think that those reissues constantly killed them. I think that anytime they reissued anything, it ruined the value of the original figure. I think that
it started with that Iron Man. That's where it all went downhill.
Yep.
Let that sit out there. Like, why not have a good feeling that you had a secondary market figure that was fetching $1,000? Like, instead of saying, "Oh my gosh, all that money we're missing out on," that's not what they thought. They said, "How can we capitalize and get that money? Because
absolutely
other people are making that money and not us." The greedy bastards there in Hong Kong.
You just reminded me what I was going to say before. I just remembered one thing that they did. Was, with the like, I don't mind if they went from plastic, right? They went from plastic to die cast, right? If all the Iron Man were all plastic at one point, and then they said, you know what, we're going to make them die cast, we're going to fix the scale, and that's it. There's like 4 Mark IIIs at this point. There, you know what I mean? Like, there's no need for all that stuff. Either you make it, if you're going to remake it, right? If you're going to remake it, then why don't you just, like you said, change it? Make it completely different. Give us, a bunch of different stuff. Or make one regular, then make another one battle damage. But what are they doing now? Which I don't mind at all, right? They're giving us the battle damage parts included with the same figures, so we don't have to buy a second one. You know what I mean? Which, again, I don't mind at all.
I don't care if you make a battle damage versus a clean. Like, that's not to me. That doesn't bug me.
Right, but them reissuing the figures constantly, making the same figure over and over and over. That 100%, killed them big time, and that is like the sad thing for me. Because, like I said, it killed the value of everything that we had prior. Gone. Like, value is gone.
And again, it's not about the money.
Correct.
It's not. Again, look at it. Maybe for Fabs, he liked selling his figures and making money. I like the thought of it, to be honest. Like, I never capitalized and sold my stuff. Right. I liked having the value of knowing that, something that I I bought, it was now, my money was, I guess, safely
Yes.
sitting in my
It was
asset.
it was a good investment. It was a good investment. It's
And it's sad that we're looking at toys that like that, but look at that's what it was
correct.
for a moment and a
Yep.
glimpse in time. There
Yep.
was that moment in this hobby that.
Yeah.
that
No,
brought
and that's true because I didn't get into it for value. I got into it because the figures looked amazing, right? So when I started noticing, when I was already in it, a year or
no,
so,
it was the bonus.
correct. It was like, man, these figures are amazing. There's nothing better on the market or in the market, and they're worth double once you buy them. What? Like that was the best of the best of the best.
Listen,
But
did you pay $950 for a Mark 47? Because look, I'm in it for the figures. I was that guy. Okay, I pay up. If I want something and I thought something was awesome and rare and I wanted it in my collection because no one else had it, that's the thing. You gotta. That's what makes you not in it for the money. I think you're paying up no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, it's true. It's true. Joker J's WW84 is silicone. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I looked it up actually, believe it or not, to make sure because I'm like, these bodies feel the same. And that's why I said it in the video. I said, these just feel the same thing. I was like, it doesn't look any bigger. But then I started like paying attention. I was like, oh, they're different. They
I
don't
bet you
feel
it is silicone, to be honest.
You think so? See, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you why I don't think so. Because like I said,
what do you, because then basically I thought someone wrote in the chat, like the difference between silicone and maybe something else is either instead of using water and making it, they use petroleum or some shit like that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the process, but let me show you. So
is that the only difference? Like they're both rubber, but one was used water to make it, the other was used with petroleum or something. Is that the difference we're talking about?
I don't know about any of that. So here we go. So let me show you why, Joker Jake. So and like I said, I researched this before, so I knew what the hell I was talking about because they feel very, very close to each other. So here it is. Newly developed specialized body with 17 points of articulation, 30.5 centimeters tall, 8 pieces of interchangeable hands, blah, blah. Nothing on here does it tell you anything about silicone. Nothing, right? Not one thing does it say silicone, right? Nowhere.
But she's rubber. So they don't say anything about what she's made of.
Right, so pay attention, right? So now, again, guys, Joker J, look, nothing regarding silicone. Now watch when I go to the WB 100 figure so you could see what they say about it. And they specifically mentioned silicone because it's silicone. They made sure to let us know you're getting a
they're charging $200 more for this one.
No, correct. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's why they had to give you silicone. And that's my point. So here it is.
They gave you silicone before, I think. It's all a scam.
Where is it? Here it is. Body with over 17 points of articulation with silicone material made body.
So they both had each had 17 points of articulation.
Correct.
This one has silicone in the name, the other one doesn't.
Correct. So that's what I mean. So this is why I made sure to find out about this because again, they feel very similar, very, very similar. Obviously, very, very mild, slight differences, but very similar. So I said, what the hell is the difference here? And like I said, here, this piece here is what I was telling you about before. This right here, look at this here. This is what I mentioned earlier. Look where this stops, right? Right by her, right, literally middle of her bicep. Again, it doesn't go up higher because the rubber, the stickiness of the silicone doesn't allow it to go up higher. It gets stuck here. Now watch the 84 Wonder Woman. Where is she? And you're going to see how much higher this one is on her body because it's not. Here it is. Look how much higher that is up there. It's not on her bicep. It's all the way on her shoulder.
Another picture.
Hold on. I'm trying to get a close-up. Here it is. Look how much higher up that is. Look how much higher up that is. The other one is literally in the middle of her bicep because it doesn't go up higher.
Right away, I can tell. Like that is a pretty much like straight arm. This one here, right? Compared to where there seemed to be a little muscular definition in the other arm. So where
Because
this
it's
doesn't
thicker,
have
because
much.
it's thicker. It's slightly thicker, so it gives her that bulk. Absolutely.
Is it thicker, or is there something underneath that?
No, it's
Grab that
thicker.
figure and touch it. Like, is there something like to give it a muscle?
No, it's just the
Shape?
thicker silicone, the thicker material that they added to it. It's more spongy, so it makes it a little bit thicker than the 84 figure. And just from that, they exactly what you said. They overcharge for that new body because again, it's supposed to be better, right? For whatever reason, we don't know. We we're talking about it's silicone, it's rubber, it's this, that, whatever the material is. According to Hot Toys, it's a more valuable body. It's a better body for whatever reason. That's what we're being overcharged for. Do we know if it's better or not? I don't. Right? Because it's going to stay there. The only thing I don't like, the one thing I don't like about the silicone bodies is when they get dirty, forget it. Everything sticks to them. You can't get stuff off. You got to clean it. You got to wipe it. You got to get, like little clean, whatever you wipe it with, got to be very clean because everything attaches to it. So I don't like that about those bodies. That's why I don't care for silicone bodies because it's more of a headache than anything.
They're both silicone. I'm saying it here right now. You heard it. Wait, you heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. They're both silicone. It's just they state that it's silicone in the D100, and because they said it, it's $200 more. Congratulations, suckers.
And I'm cautious about posing. Yes, that's another thing. With these silicone bodies, if you have too much, bent elbow for too long, it'll rip eventually, according to
any of them are like that. Any Fison figure, any
that's true. Correct. Yes. So, that's why I'm not crazy about that stuff. That's why would I spend more money on something that I know eventually is gonna, it's gonna wear out, it's gonna get ruined. That's why I would rather them never use silicone bodies ever again. But again, I'm not Hot Toys. They can do whatever they want. It's up to me to buy or not, Roberto, ¿cómo estás? Start all over. Buenas noches. Happy Saturday, my friend. Premium silicone body. So that's why I have to make
newly advanced premium silicone.
Premium silicone.
Newly, right? That was the words they used.
Newly developed.
17 point of articulation, which is the same as the last one, but there's 17. Still remember 17 points of articulation in our silicone body.
He says, Jim says, wait a minute, my Stretch Armstrong was premium silicone.
You know what? I bet you that was even more premium because you could stretch that shit and it wouldn't break. If you stretch this silicone,
I remember that.
Busted.
I remember that. Yep, Stretch Armstrong, that figure. I never owned one because we were poor, but I always wanted one because they look cool. You were like the kids in the commercial were like, yeah, and stretching the hell out of it.
They did some experiments with them where they plugged in a hose into them, and man, those things would expand like you wouldn't believe.
Really, I never knew that. The WW comic concept was rubber. Was rubber tight, dried over time. Ooh, like your prom date. This guy, unbelievable. He said like your prom date. I can't wait for innards to get the Star Wars license. Hot Toys will be out of business. Yeah, this for you. This for you because you're right.
Wrong. I don't think so.
Let me tell you something. The fact that InArt.
This guy's just getting a rise out of you.
No,
I'm gonna get Fabs. Watch.
I know, that's why I was laughing. But what I was gonna say was the fact that InArt doesn't even have a single, not a one, worldwide license. Hot Toys has every single worldwide license. How is Hot Toys going out of business? Oh, okay. So Tuli says synthetic body rubber silicone is resistant to heat and other. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know any of that because I don't really, I didn't care for that. I didn't think it was, Fabs, can you feel up your so the difference? This guy. It's just premium rubber. Finally catching. Yeah, thank you for being here. Finally. Welcome. Where's the Yaroa? This guy. Rubber is rubber unless it's Trojan.
I
Oh
think
my
that's
god.
what it all comes down to. Rubber is rubber.
Oh, here it is. Silicone equals water-based natural rubber petroleum. There you go. So there's your differences.
But again, when it comes to making a figure, well, I mean,
So silicone is latex.
but again, if there's no material difference in your action figure that I can see.
Correct. Yeah.
Well,
It's
from
just
longevity to how they
it's
feel
just-
to
correct. It's
how
just-
long they
it's
last.
just-
I don't think
It's
there's.
just a reason to overcharge. That's it. There's nothing crazier about that besides making us pay more money. Joker said nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever except Hot Toys. Hot Toys last forever. Let's see. Uncarded. I hope the new Bane doesn't have problems with the silicone like arms. No, it's not. They're not. Those bodies, those muscular arms that they give those figures are never a problem. Look at who?
No, I was just gonna check. I have an M35 with bent arms, and yeah, he's fine.
No. What I was gonna say, the number one, the Thor figure from what the hell was it? The Dark World, I believe. Yeah, the Dark World. The Thor figure from not the Thor, Peacemaker figure that just came out. There's nothing. Those arms are perfect. So they're most likely going to use something like that. Which it's not a big deal, but I don't think they're going to go crazy with silicone arms. Absolutely not. Smoke and mirror. Exactly. By just exactly what Mike said. By just saying that silicone, now we can charge you an extra $200. 100% correct. Oh, look who it is. Look who's back. High five. Inner is still the Fabs. This guy. Where are we? Wait, what happened? I just lost. Here we go. But continue to innovate. 1,000 figures with put it here. Well, at least they're still king, Joker 100%, Jim Kawaji with human footprints. Do we do exactly? Let's see. I only eat half of the eggs I use to buy more toys. Unbelievable. I buy everything at full TARP price. I got my eggs on pre-order, no worries. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Carlos, my friend, the Empanada King. How are you? Welcome. The Empanada King. Thank you for being here, my friend. So the other thing we were going to get into, guys, real quickly is, let me pull it up. So we're going to get into Loki. Michael, did you watch Loki?
Oh man, was it awesome?
Right. All right. So we're going to get into Loki, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying real quickly.
You know what? I had something I can even show on the stream here. I'll get in a second.
You what? What'd you say?
No, I'll show it later when we after we're done talking about Loki, because it's about Loki.
Mike says, I've only been collecting for a year, and I do find security in pre-ordering after seeing almost every new figure I'm interested in hitting waitlist. Yeah, but you have to understand that those waitlists from Sideshow are not true. None of that is real. None of that is, like they really sold out. Absolutely not. What you're doing,
I think it's true. Yeah.
What you're doing right now, it's exactly what they want you to do. That's what they're doing, the waitlist game, right? Because they're scaring people into, oh my god, it's sold out. Oh my god, it's waitlisted. I have to pre-order. That's the game Sideshow's been playing for over a year now. So that's the thing. So you're falling for what they're specifically doing to get people.
Basically, what I'd say is, look, Hot Toys is the main U.S. distributor of Hot Toys, right?
Yep.
There is every little mom and pop comic shop, toy shop, whatever that could possibly sells Hot Toys around the country. Each store will have 5, 2, 10, and look at it. It's a lot of little cities and towns. You know what I mean? So just search the internet. You know what I mean? You'll find and really keep an eye on like how many figures are I mean, if when things have gotten really tight, like I've ordered from like these random shops, like in the Poconos, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? If they have, if they have a Hot Toy figure that I want, so
Right.
that's what you got to realize. Hot Toys is just the main distributor, but they've distributed their product out already at that point. That's why it's only what they have left is when it goes to waitlist. There's a whole slew of product out there.
Correct. Right. And
And that's just the U.S. market.
Correct.
You got Australia with pop culture. You got
well, you got
name
secret,
it,
you got all the resellers too.
The Toys Wonderland China resellers. I mean, yeah, that's just the U.S. market.
Guys, hit that like button if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Please. Thank you, guys. Tess Jess in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here tonight. Guys, don't forget, once is a business, it's a business. Howard Chan was a fan collector. Now, exactly. And that's how it all starts. That's how it all starts. You start collecting, and then you're like, you know what? Let me modify this. And then they become, customizers. And that's how they develop a business. Same thing with RCN Studios. Shout out to RCN. The owner of RCN Studios is what? 100% a collector first and foremost. He decided to start customizing stuff. And you guys see, I always post their stuff. He makes really cool stuff all the time. Not everything's for sale, but he shows you guys the custom work that he does. And that's how you get into it. And now he started a business. He told you I don't know if you guys watched that stream when I had him on. He goes, I didn't get into this for money. Obviously, everybody gets into it for money. But he's like, I just got it because I was a collector and I started doing my own thing. And then I said, I can sell it. So that's what happens. It's very common. It happens in this hobby all the time. Look at Tony May. Tony May was a collector. He started making capes and started making, accessories and this and that. Look at Jason Shu, another collector that started making money off of it. So everybody finds, if you're a talented person, right? If you're good with your hands, if you're good at sewing, if you're good at, materials, all that stuff, you can make money in the hobby. Obviously, my way of making money in the hobby was what? Buying multiples and reselling. Like, 99% of the people in the hobby do when they can. But there's always a way to make money if you could figure out your own little niche, your own little side job. Fabs, you're both just feel them. That's what I'm telling you. When I felt them, they felt the same. The only difference is, like I said, the WB100, it's a little meatier. So when you press her muscles actually go like this. The 84 does not go like this. It's a little bit tighter. So it feels different. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, guys. Hit that like button if you don't mind, please. We got it's always business, never person. People's Court wouldn't accept this defense. Uncarded says, rub it in a little cornstarch or brace. Yeah, so I could do that, but I'm not gonna buy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that serious. You have to be a molecular biologist. Oh my god. Judge Wapner was strictly a Hot Toys man. Oh my god. Artisan silicone. Yeah, they should have called it that. They should have definitely called it that. Can someone please explain how they get away with charging so much for diecast? I'm telling you right now, the weight of these figures. I to this day, we see diecast and people just say, people say, oh, it's in the joints. I don't know where the diecast is. I don't know, I don't know what. For all we know, they could be putting pieces of heavy metal somewhere and be like, oh, here's your weight. But the diecast figures, I feel like, no,
it's on, the shoulder pads, it's the forearms. I mean, it's all the little plastic parts that they were, casting in plastic. They then started to cast in diecast, basically. So, and look, the value's there, because whenever I pick up a heavy diecast figure, I feel like I'm getting my money.
Absolutely. Yep. Same with me.
That's a trick in my head that'll always win.
Absolutely. I've never felt ripped off with a diecast figure.
Right.
No,
right.
never. Because that weight does it all. You know what I mean? It could be the crappiest figure, but you pick that thing up and you're picking up like a 2-pound weight. You're like, this is awesome.
And I know it's a trick, because like, what's that big beast of a figure that the Iron Man, the USA, the red, white, and blue one from from
Iron
Endgame.
Patriot? Iron Patriot? No.
Iron Patriot from Endgame, right? That was a $500 figure, wasn't it? $475.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that's for sale for $200.
Yep.
A lot
Everywhere.
of places now. So
Everywhere. Yep.
come on, if people can sell it for $200, then
I could
that thing probably
never.
cost what, $100 to make?
I could never. All the figures that I have, which is over 140 figures sealed, I could never sell below retail. I'd rather hold on to them until the day I die before I lose all that money. You know, I'd rather open them all 140, and add them to my collection as extras and just give them a different look than sell them at a loss. I could never.
Yeah, I mean, that's how low that figure is right now. $200.
Jim says the reason to overcharge like phones made with titanium, but that's 100% true, right? That silicone, that them throwing in that word silicone in the description of the Wonder Woman, it's exactly for that reason. A buzzword to make you feel like you're getting something more. Again, do I feel like I'm getting something more with this silicone body? No. But do I know why they did it? Absolutely. Do I know that they think it's supposed to make the figure better? Absolutely. Or else they would have never bothered with making a silicone body, So, but guys, let's get into let's get into Loki. So the show was incredible. It was very confusing for a couple episodes. I spoke to Thule on it. I hadn't watched. I think I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes first, and then I stopped. And then he's like, "Did you watch?" I said, "No." So I caught up. The last episode was insane. So we're gonna get into potential figures of the show. I would have never expected them to make a second set of figures for season 2. I'm going to tell you they're 100% coming. Why? Number one, the fact that they've made Mandalorian figures already for every season, and I understand why, right? It's a huge show, completely different world than Loki, right? Understandable. But I think because the show was so good, I think we're getting at least 3 to 4 figures from season 2. And Mike, I'm going to ask you also what you think it's coming. But here off the bat, what do you think? And you guys too, let me know in the chat. What do you think of this figure being made?
Which figure being made?
Can you see?
I can't.
All right. So as you can see, so this is Loki with the big horns at the end of the show. He's sitting on the throne, right? We already saw that they teased the Endgame Loki with the throne, which kind of looks like this if you really pay attention.
Can anyone see that?
No,
my screen just dark?
No, these are the pictures that Bobo sent me with his phone from 1997. So that's what we can't see. But here's a brighter picture.
Loki with the big horns at the end.
Right. So that was the last scene. Here it is. So 100% this figure is coming. Completely different look of any Loki we've gotten. We've never gotten these super long horns like this. The horns that we got for the Avengers, the first Avengers Loki, were the curled horns, if you guys remember. These are straight up and curled at the tip. So completely different. Obviously, he looks completely different than season 1. So he's definitely getting a new head sculpt as well.
You think he's getting a new head sculpt?
Absolutely. They can't reuse the ones from especially the TVA one.
They've been doing it like crazy.
Yeah, but no, I'm telling you,
that's their MO. When they have a good head sculpt, which they have a good head sculpt, these other ones are good head sculpts. The laughing one, I could see them reusing it.
You don't want to tell you why? They could reuse it, but they have to change the hair at least. I think that's the one change that they have to make. But that TVA head sculpt is a 10. So here's the Tree of Life. This is one of the the little things at the end that we saw. This goes back to like a Thor thing when he explained, the Tree of Life or the Tree of blah.
It's in the comics too. The whole life tree there.
So here is him again. With the horns again. This is going to be a very basic figure for them to make, a very easy figure to make. It's all cloth. None of it is leather. None of it is pleather. None of it is fancy. It's just literally a straight material outfit. So that's what I'm telling you. It's a no-brainer for them to make that.
Listen, they're gonna make him with a throne.
Correct. They have to. That throne that, like I said, that throne that they teased already is coming for season 2. You heard it here first. So here we have Timely, right? with the suit and the multiplier, right? This was that tool that they used to try to fix the what do you call it? The lines. So as you can see, I think that this suit is coming 100%. What do you think?
No way.
No? Okay. So I say the
No
suit
way.
is coming. I say the suit is coming with the multiplier. You heard it here first. Also, do you think they're making him?
No.
Not at all?
No.
All right. So I think he's coming, and I think there may be two versions of him. And I'm going to, like I said, the one in the suit, either clean or battle damage or both, right? And he's definitely, they have to make him 100%. Also, here's the battle damage suit. So here's the clean. Here's the clean version, right? Which I think is coming. Him 100% has to. And then the battle damage suit with him in it. Look at the difference in his hair. Kind of sloppy, a little
You're
battle
nuts,
damage.
man. You're silly.
I'm telling you, I think they're coming. I think they're 100% coming. They're a big deal figures.
These are not big deal figures. How you're
No,
telling me this guy was a big deal? And I mean, no.
He's the root of Kang. Of course, it's a big deal. This is supposed to
They
be.
gave us the they already gave us the primo example of King.
They gave us what's his
movie.
name? Yeah, no, but they gave us what the hell's his name? The one who remains. No, wrong.
You're gonna buy a powered down version of a dumpy character? No way.
Oh, wait. You're gonna see how gorgeous this figure is gonna look. Just wait. And then we have this is the Loki that I think they're making. So we got this is the TVA outfit, but again, very dirty, ripped up. So I think we may get a dirty, battle damage version of the TVA Loki as well. Again, this is very dirty, as you can see. He's ripped here, bloody. This is when he was fighting Sylvie. So do I think he's coming 100%? Like Mike said, they can reuse the head sculpt. I don't think so. But again, we know that they usually do. If they reuse the head sculpt, they have to change the hair 100%. But I have a feeling that this battle damage is coming. What do you think? You think this is coming or not?
Nope.
Do you think any figures from the show are coming?
I would think that the what's his name? Owen Wilson.
Mobius.
Mobius,
Yeah.
Mobius, the cool name.
So
yeah, I
thought that too. See, this is why I think he's coming. This suit was such a big deal on the show. The battle damaging of it, I think, is cool.
They're gonna do the very end scene Loki. I would think they would do a Mobius. And that, maybe they do another version of what's her name? But
Sylvie with the hair.
Even that I would doubt.
I don't think Sylvie's coming with that funky hair. She looks weird with that hair.
I don't think they're doing the one whatever he is, the one that ends all wherever. No, they're not going to do it. No way.
Wait, which one?
What's the guy's name? He's the one that remains. The one, he who remains.
Oh, he who remains.
That's who he is. He who remains.
The Kang from that show.
Yeah, basically Kang, the powered down Kang,
right?
The goofy Kang. They're gonna make a goofy Kang? No way.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. That's another thing I was gonna ask you about.
And this giant goofy suit that's in the show for 3 seconds? No.
Well, so I think so. Speaking specifically of Kang. Because they already teased the Kang figure from the Ant-Man movie, I think that they could, modify the hair, because the only difference, between that figure and He Who Remains from the show is the hair. He's got more hair on the show than he does in the movie.
Let me stop you really quick. You think Kang was a hot seller? You think Kang from Ant-Man was a hot seller?
No, but we're not talking about selling. We're talking about potential figures coming. It doesn't just because they're not selling.
But I'm saying, if Kang didn't sell, they're going to make more Kang.
What figure hasn't sold and they still keep making them? How many Star Wars figures are sitting in stock right now and they're still making Star Wars figures? It's not about whether they're selling or not. It's about they always have to create product. Period. right? So they can't, because all the stuff that's sitting on Sideshow, Hot Toys can't be like, well, we got to stop until everything sells out.
Yeah,
They
but
have to keep coming up with product.
give
So
me an example of a bad selling figure where they then did another one.
A bad selling figure. Huh.
Like there's no, that doesn't usually happen. If a figure didn't sell well the first time around, they don't go and try to then double down.
You want an example? Here you go. And I'm going to give you a Star Wars figure at that, because we know that Star Wars is king, and this figure was made twice. You ready? His name is, actually, you know what?
Vision.
No, not Vision. It's from Star Wars.
I'm saying that was another one that didn't
what's his
sell
name?
good either time.
Moff Gideon is getting a 2.0, and he's sitting there for $150 on Sideshow. Tell me why they're remaking that figure if the other one's not selling. Because they got to make product. They're not going to stop making product because things are sitting. That's not their problem.
Yeah,
Their
it's
problem,
shocking that first one didn't sell, because that first one is the better figure.
Exactly. So that's my point.
The second
Hot
one's
Toys,
the worst one.
Exactly. So Hot Toys always has to keep on making product, whether it's selling or not. That's not their issue, right? They have to come up with ideas to get people to buy something. Again, the issue is the market, the economy, all that stuff. But Hot Toys has to keep coming up with ideas of figures and hope that we're buying these figures. So just because, certain figures don't sell doesn't mean that they're not going to try again with a different look, with a different style. The reason why I think I would think that they would make the He Who Remains from the show is, again, they already teased the head sculpt from Kang from the Ant-Man movie. Therefore, all they have to do is modify his hair, and there's the exact same figure twice with a different outfit. I can guarantee you, because it looks different, people say, oh, it looks different, I may get that one too. Not everybody gets everything, but some people may like the new one, from the show instead of the one from the movie, even though the one from the movie is the more accurate one, because he's got the two head sculpts. One that, when he's all, like the comic book Kang, and then his real, life head sculpt. So
wait, how many figures did they make from season 1? 3, right?
See, Loki?
4 figures?
They made TVA, they made Sylvie, they made Classic, they made
what? What's plastic?
Classic Loki, the yellow.
Old Man Loki you're talking about?
Yes.
And then President Loki, 4, right?
Right, 4, exactly. Yep, President Loki too. So 4 altogether. So 4. 4. So President Loki, Classic Loki, Sylvie, TVA. So you're gonna tell me that they're not gonna make, I think the Mobius. I think the Mobius too. I think I thought about it because he played a big role this time. Even bigger role, not a big role. He was involved in the entire season 1. Now also season 2. So I thought about it, but my thing is this: when I think about what potential figures can be made, my thing is the accessories. What would you give Mobius for accessories?
Someone just said it. A jet ski would be perfect, right?
Oh wait, I didn't say. Hold on.
Not that would happen, but what would you give Mobius? You would give him, all the time nonsense. You'd give him one of those goofy tubey thingies. You'd give him a time stick zapper. You give him that nonsense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be something, something worth.
I wouldn't care about the accessories. They just got to get the head sculpt right. They got to get the head sculpt perfect.
The reason why I ask about accessories is because they have to give you something. They're not going to give you just a freaking plain figure by itself with nothing in it. And here you go.
No, they give you the same stuff.
That's what I'm saying. They have to give you something. So that's why I said, what would you think? So you got all the Loki season 1s already, right?
Yeah, and they give you probably another one of these computer stupid.
I was gonna say, you owning the season 1 figures, what do you think of those accessories could be reused for a Mobius?
All of them, every single one.
You think so? Yeah, definitely that computer. I think Miss Minutes also, right?
Yeah,
the little clock.
More different angry Miss Minutes.
Yeah. So that's what I think about. It's like, all right, can they make the figure? Absolutely. What can they give you with this figure to make it happen? because I don't just think, oh, they're making this figure for the head sculpt and not think about what they could add to the figure to make it, to make it interesting, to make it appealing, to make it cool, to make it fun. So that's why I always go to, all right, can they make this figure? Yes. What can they give us with this figure? So that's why I think this is coming. This figure, it's an ugly suit. It's it's going to be a big bulky figure. But again, it's just something different, something to hopefully get people to buy this thing. If they do make it, it's going to be how much? At least $375 because it's a big figure. So that's what I'm, that's where I'm speculating. I'm not saying, is anything coming? Who the hell knows? But I think,
Right.
I think so.
They got the Marvels 2 coming up, so that's what's competing too. I don't see another 4 figures coming out of season 2. No way. They're gonna, like I said, Loki, yes, maybe Mobius, but maybe probably not. So I could see that. I could see them only doing the Loki for season 2.
That is true too. And it's funny you mentioned that. You know why? You know why I agree with you too with that somewhat? Because it's Marvel. If it was Star Wars, it'd be a different game.
Well, the whole Miss Marvel's coming out, and I feel like even if that thing bombs, they're gonna make all 3 of those chicks.
They have to. Absolutely. And because of the fact that they never made Miss Marvel from the show, they have to make her. And like you said, exactly. Even if the movie bombs, they have to make those.
And look, I hope they finally just give us that Star Brigade outfit, that green. That was my hope, is that in this movie they give us that. What's the name of the planet she's from? Oh my God.
Who's from?
Captain Marvel. The green
Planet?
Kree, the Kree suit.
Oh yeah. The green guy, the green, yeah. Oh, but the guy
with that warhammer with the staff, that'd be awesome.
I was gonna say that guy remember the guy they teased years ago with the green outfit?
Yeah.
He's in the movie. He's in the movie as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to give us finally him.
So that could be a possibility that they give us that guy too.
But the movie's not going to do good. So because of that, I mean, look, maybe it does well. Hopefully it does well. I don't want to see it not do well, but
right, exactly.
You hear so much talk that it's going to be crap.
Well, somebody already said it was horrible, and then somebody already said that it was okay. So I don't know who to believe, but I'll watch it myself and I'll decide.
Yeah.
But apparently it's not that bad. So that's why I think, the suit, it's different. It's something different style. Again, this multiply was a big deal on the show at the end specifically. So this is definitely coming as an accessory if obviously they make the figure, which I think they will. The only things that I'm debating on is, are they going to do battle damage as you see here, or are they going to do a full clean version as you see here? That's the only thing. Are they going to make both? I highly doubt it. Can they? Absolutely. But again, it's Marvel. I don't think they're going too deep with that stuff. It was very surprising that they did all 4 for season 1. They're all great figures. So I think they're definitely doing something. But like Mike said, they could easily just do, the one Loki and done, because again, they may sit there and go, are people really going to buy this? Are we really going to make
where's the show going to go? Like the show might not go to season 3.
Correct.
They might not renew Hiddleston to a new contract. Like that's kind of set up for that to not go anywhere.
Right.
Like there's no, you know what I mean? He's now holding the multiverse together in that role. So he's like, he's acting as like, I'm going to be the god that they want. So he's now in this role of just sitting there holding the multiverse together, and you could just be there forever until someone comes and takes his place. Someone, I mean, that's really what's got to happen, right? Someone's got to take his spot to keep the multiverse together to then get Loki out into the world again.
Back into Yeah, no, so correct. So they can't just end the show there, right? It can't end there.
Well, if he doesn't sign, resign a contract, it's there. He's done.
But I think that's why they left it off like that, because it could easily end there or it could easily, continue from there. So, I think that's why they did that on purpose. Tess just says spacesuits always sell. Yeah, that's the thing. They're appealing, they're cool, they're different, they're bulky. They're big, right? You have Timely next to, you have this Timely next to this one. You're gonna tell me that doesn't look cool? Absolutely. This is an easy figure for them to make right here, right?
I don't think it's that easy.
No, 100%. What's so difficult? It's a suit.
Well, I mean, I
right?
guess
So
if you do the
clothes.
sculpted hair,
Correct.
you know,
Yeah, exactly. What I mean when I say simple, I don't mean like the head sculpt. When I say
who
simple,
wants
I
that
mean like,
figure? That's like the last figure I want. You know what I mean? There's no desire to have that figure in my collection. That's the other thing. I mean, look, I know there's guys that like you who buy everything, but there's like no desire for this figure. There's
you know
like,
what, but you know why it's important. You know why it's important, or at least important to some people, because remember, this is supposed to be the original, right? This is supposed to be the first one, the first variant. So to have Kang from Ant-Man and the original variant, that's what I think is going to make people want to get. You know, you got the original and you got the Kang.
okay.
That's why that's my justification to getting something like that. You know, but what I was saying to you, when I say it's easy to make, I don't mean like the Hesco. You know, I never doubt that Hot Toys can never make anything. They can make everything. So I never, when I say easy, I don't ever mean the head sculpt, because I know they can make anything. What I mean is the outfit. You know, there's nothing intricate. There's nothing, you know, highly detailed. There's nothing that's like, you know, difficult for them to make. It's literally clothing, you know, which is nothing to them. They'll make this outfit 1, 2, 3. So that's what I mean, right? Body, there's nothing. You're not going to need any articulation, any Spider-Man articulation. So you're going to have a regular body. You're going to have a regular, you know, suit, whatever he's wearing. It's a very simple figure for him to make. And because of the meaning behind it, that's what makes it cool, you know, because of who he is. Now, getting into the legal issues of the actor, that's another reason why they may not want to get into more figures of him, because of what he's going through. What do you think of that?
Well, didn't he get off? I thought he got off.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
Didn't he beat that rat or no?
Oh, I didn't even know. See, I don't know about it. All I heard was that he got accused of something, and that was it. I didn't hear anything after that. So I don't know. You know?
I'm not following it.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
not
didn't
that
know.
important.
If you guys in the chat know what happened, please let me know. Let us know, because I have no idea. But that's what I mean. You know, maybe they're like, all right, like, let's just not get more involved. I don't know if you saw or heard or read, but they're trying to get rid of Kang to replace him with Doom. You know? So is that true? That's what I read. I don't know. Why are they trying to get rid of, you know, Kang, or why were they trying to get rid of Kang?
That makes sense. Because they got to progress, right? They got to go to phase 2 of Marvel, and you know, remember, phase 2 is like, I think phase 2 is Fantastic Four and Galactus, and then and I think, you know, I would assume Doom is maybe somewhere in there too, and then they're gonna go to X-Men. You know what I mean? So yeah, they can't have all these big baddies together, you know, to be the
And
legion
also,
of Doom
funny,
here.
funny you mentioned X-Men. There is an Easter egg in the Marvel's movie of X-Men. So
What?
that's coming. There's an Easter egg in the movie, in the Marvel's movie of X-Men.
Of X-Men.
So that's why I said it's funny you mentioned that, because it's in the movie. So that means it's coming soon.
Well, yeah, then you know that's coming. Ever since they bought that back from Fox, like, you knew, you know, it's out.
They're trying to fit it in
Guaranteed to
somehow.
happen.
Yep, they're trying to figure out how to put it in. So, you know, this one, to me, like I said, this is a reused outfit, TVA reused outfit, you know, ripped up, battle damage, reused head sculpt. You know, obviously they gotta dirty him up a little bit, battle damage him, his hair 100% different, right, than the season 1. So that's why I think this figure is such an easy figure for them to make. Are they gonna make it? Who knows? I think so, but that'd be great. That'd be really cool. And this battle damage thing here is like, you know, my thing 100%. So we are going to get into, let me see what else I found, because I wanted to talk about something that came out. This, I don't know if you saw these, but I think this is really cool for people who like to customize stuff. So these hands are being made by Topo, who makes the suits. They're actually really, really nice hands. I don't know if they're articulated. I don't know if you can bend the fingers. I don't know. You know, it looks like there's a hole back here. I don't know, you know, if there's like an actual like insert there or not, but these are really, really cool. Would you ever buy something like this?
Yeah, I did see them, and yeah, I actually considered buying them. But I mean, I have so many hands. Like, I have so many parts.
What would you use this for? Like what
What I
figure?
use it for? I
Yeah.
would use it like if I got an example is like if I got an Iron Man figure and I'm
Oh, like a
using it with
Tony,
the
like a Tony Stark.
I'll take Tony Stark skull
Yeah, that's true.
to take him, put him on a suited body, and
Yeah,
then
yes.
that's what I would use.
Yes, yeah, that would look
Or the
amazing.
other example, like the guy from Ironmonger, that head, I put him on a suit. Got to have hands for those figures, so yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah, no. As soon as I saw them, I was like, "Wow, this is really cool." It would be nice if they're articulated. They're not. It looks like they're not.
But they're expensive. As nice as they look, they're like
Yes.
$15. And let me tell you, you can go to the Hot Toy Parts websites, and you're spending $2.99 on a or even $1.99 on a hand. So you're spending $4 on a set of hands instead of 15, right? 15, 16. How much are these? 32.
$32 doll hairs.
Yeah,
You
no
got-
thanks.
you got-
That hand better give me a hand.
So
Job.
you got half grip hands and then relax hand. There. So the pair, I'm assuming, is
there's
$32.
four then.
Yeah. Well, no, you pick. It's not you don't get four for $32. You pick which set you want for $32.
So you're getting two hands for $32?
Correct.
No,
So,
sorry,
yes.
kid. I love you, kid. No way.
So look, you ready? So here, half grip hand for 32 or relax hand for 32. So you pick whichever you want. Crazy, right? There are two styles of hand, listing price for one pair only. There you go.
I mean, I gotta look at those hands for $32 effing dollars.
They do look cool though. I tell you that. I don't know if it's worth $32, but they look amazing.
I mean, it's got to be the paint then.
Right. It's like realistic looking paint
Look
application.
at these hands up close here.
And then I wanted to get into this, guys, because J&D Studios is going to be making, or at least is going to get into, it's getting into 6-scale figures, and they came out with this statue. You collect statues. What do you think of something like this? Would you ever buy something like this?
Like what? Like an Indiana Jones statue?
Like this, like exactly what you see here.
Which is an Indiana Jones statue?
Right. Like, so it's either this or this deluxe.
No.
Would you spend all the money on this?
No, I'm not a fan of. I'm a fan of Indiana Jones, but I'm not that big of a fan to represent them in my collection.
So you don't have you didn't order the one that's coming? No. The new one?
What new one?
The new Indiana Jones, the Hot Toys one.
Hot Toys Indiana Jones? What?
Yeah.
Of course not. No.
Oh, you didn't get it. No, I thought maybe you did.
I didn't even know they came out with a figure.
What do you mean?
Why would in the world would again? I understand you buy everything just to buy it, but why in the world would you buy a new Indiana Jones figure? The old man, so he's got to be old as all. He's got to be crusty as all hell.
Yeah, that's from the new movie.
Stupid.
Look at it. You didn't see this?
Looks dumb.
It looks dumb. He's like, looks dumb.
Yep.
I can't believe
that'll be in the bargain bins, and there's no reason to get that bad boy.
Look at that. So he's got separate rolling eyes.
Crusty.
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely old. He's got the rolling eyes. He's got the beautiful hat, and the deluxe comes with an amazing base. So this is the deluxe, right? The exclusive, the exclusive base. 2 styles of figure-based display, so you could display 2 different looks. So you're not getting this. Oh my god, it's only $330.
Come with an adult diaper. Listen, this is lame. No, look at who wants old Indiana Jones. I get if you want the young one and you want
No,
to
but
recreate
here's
the scene
the
with
thing.
the gun.
Here's the thing. Did you see the movie?
Of course not.
Okay. There is a scene in the movie, in the beginning, or throughout the movie, that they de-age him, right? So they go back in time and he looks young. So when that happened, I said there's 100% possibility that they're making a young Indiana Jones from that movie because of the aging, right? I would normally not think that, because I'm like, why would they, make a figure out of being out of a de-aging, character? or a character being de-aged, right? But then who do we get that was de-aged? Luke Skywalker from Mandalorian. So if they did that, right, being de-aged and being, with his AI face, that's why I said they're definitely making the young Indiana Jones. And I think what they may try to do is announce it to make people want to buy this figure. Because like you said, you're not the only one who feels like this about this figure at all. People were
You're saying that there's going to be a second figure released to this movie that no one's talked about, that I haven't heard anything about. Like, this movie came out and passed like a fart in the wind.
right.
So
But
why would this movie it probably did horrible. I can only assume, because I heard nothing about it. It probably did horrible.
right. Well, it probably did because I didn't even see it. But what I'm saying is the fact that everybody, when the figure was announced, everybody was like, pass, not everybody, but a lot of people were like, pass. I want the young indie, I want the young indie, right? So seeing the clip in the movie that where he was de-aged, I said Hot Toys has to pump this out, because not only it'll make a ton of people who want a Hot Toys Indiana Jones in their collection buy it, but people who are getting this will love to have him as an old indie and as a young indie in their collection. So that's why I think it's happening. Regarding how well the movie did, that's a different story, right? Hot Toys doesn't really necessarily make figures because of how well they did in the movies. If Hot Toys has for example, look at the Eternals. The Eternals
Exactly. Look at the Eternals.
Right. And how many figures did they make? Well, they made two.
They would have made, I'm sure, Fabs, you don't think they had plans to make every single Eternal? And when that movie bombed, they made, why would they make those two? What a weird two to make. Like, that whole line got scrapped because the movie did bad.
Yeah. So that's one example of, they knew how bad the movie did anyway, and they still pumped them out, I think.
But they pumped them out. They stopped it.
No, but I'm saying they still made two figures instead of making zero.
I think they were, wouldn't you assume they were like advanced, too advanced to stop? Like they were probably in production with those.
Well, my thing is, if the movie already, didn't do well, why make the two figures? Make one, see how it sells, and then you could always, announce later on. Look what happened with Venom. Venom was
made a boy and a girl. That's the way I saw it. Like, they probably
correct.
said
that's exactly what they did.
Boy and a girl, and
correct.
then
correct.
We'll do boy, girl, and we'll just pump them out that way.
Absolutely, that's exactly what they
said.
did.
Wow, this thing was a screeching bomb. Let's just pull the plug. These figures are not going to sell.
That's exactly what I'm going to assume that's exactly what their plan was. Do a boy, girl, since there's so many, and pumping them out in that order. I think that's what would have happened, but that movie.
And what a travesty that head sculpt was on that girl figure. I mean, they really
Athena.
They screwed you guys on that one. Yeah, the Athena head sculpt. Holy Christ.
Yeah, and that headpiece, that little crown that they put on.
It just shows you like they just said, who cares? No detail got looked at it. There probably wasn't much like oversight to make sure. They just said, whatever. True. Just get it out and get it away. This thing's a loser.
That is true, because the figure isn't even amazing. You know what I mean? It's not even like accurate. So
yeah, you can just say that you can tell that they gave no attention to it.
Peyton said they discussed replacing him with Doom when the stuff. Oh, that's what I thought, because I actually watched a video yesterday, I believe, and they were talking about Marvel was trying to get rid of Kang to do Doom, but the wording that they used, that they tried. Right, so I figured, is it happening? Is it not happening anymore? So I figured it had to do with the old stuff. They can have multiple in Secret Wars. Should they? True.
They screwed Secret Wars up too.
Old Man Mindy, but why?
Because that TV show was horrible. That was like their attempt at Secret Wars. They really botched that with that ending with the with the two Super Skrulls fighting each other. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid. I mean, want to talk about bad writing? Like, stay on strike, you morons.
Wait,
That was bad.
Isn't Secret Wars the movie that's coming out? The Endgame movie? Yeah. You're talking about the show.
TV show. The
Yeah.
TV show.
No, that was called
with
with
Fury,
Samuel Jackson.
Nick
Yeah.
Fury. And the
Yeah,
Skrulls.
but that wasn't what do you call it? That wasn't
That's their attempt. That was their first attempt at a Secret Wars storyline.
So what is the Endgame movie that's coming out after Kang?
What's the movie coming out after Kang?
Endgame. No, it's Avengers. I'll tell you right now.
I thought the next movie was
Avengers
Galactus
is Secret Wars. No, Avengers is Secret Wars, and then what we just saw, it's called. I'm going to tell you right now. Secret Invasion. There you go. That's where you're confusing. So Secret Wars is the last. Is the second to last Endgame Avengers movie. So you have Avengers Kang Dynasty first, and then you have Avengers Secret War next. You're talking about Secret Invasion show on the
yes.
So that's what you're talking. Yeah, no, that show was not amazing at all.
It was horrible.
But the Secret Wars is going to be incredible, and they're talking about. I don't know if you guys heard. They're talking about rebooting the whole thing with that movie, so you may get all the Avengers, the original Avengers, back again. Is it true? I don't know. If somebody knows anything about it, let me know in the chat, please. But yeah, I did hear that.
So yeah, Secret Wars was just like a everyone getting together type, just like an Endgame, you could say.
Right. Exactly. So it's gonna be Kang Dynasty first, which is gonna be what? The fifth Endgame movie? Not Endgame. I keep saying Endgame. The fifth Avengers movie. So you have regular Avengers. Age of Ultron is 2. You have Infinity War is 3. Endgame is 4. Kang Dynasty is 5, and then you have Secret Wars is 6. So that's gonna be the sixth show. I enjoyed Secret Invasion. Yeah, it was okay, but it wasn't, like not a single figure from the show. Not even I thought we were gonna get a Nick Fury at least.
Because it was horrible.
Yeah, I thought, that the way that he looked, that Nick Fury looked, with the beard, the graying beard, he looked older, the beanie, the jacket, like he looked really cool, like to have, compared to the Avengers.
I think that was the worst Marvel show to date. Like that was really, really bad.
Yeah, I watched it. It was okay. It wasn't anything crazy. It did have some good parts in it, but it wasn't like, oh my God, like it was very forgettable.
Did you see Werewolf by Night?
I saw it when it was released in black and white, and then I just recently saw it last week.
Me too. That was a great one.
That was incredible,
and it was different in color. Like I enjoyed it in color.
I liked it in color better than black and white, believe it or not.
You know what? I don't know. I liked it in black and white. It fit in black and white, to be very honest.
Yeah. See, I've never liked watching stuff in black and white because it makes me feel like it's like old school stuff.
Right.
And because of that, I'm like, oh, like, it doesn't interest me. But I watched it either way. It's not like I'm watching, black and white stuff all the time. So
the man thing is completely different when he's in color. Like he is definitely so much better.
So much better, absolutely. And the bright eyes, the red eyes, and all. It's awesome. Test Jess, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel sucks. But you know what? Hopefully, guys. With these 3 Marvel figures coming out, right? The 3 women, maybe that'll create a little market for the original Captain Marvel, with the leather jacket, the deluxe one, from her first movie. And so maybe that'll bring back people. Oh, all right, I'm getting the new one. Let me go backwards and get the old one. She's very cheap. She may increase in price, but if you guys are interested, you may start looking into that as well. If you don't have her yet, like I said, she's dirt cheap. And so she's gonna look amazing next to not only the Endgame one, but also the Marvels one. One thing I'm looking forward to, believe it or not, is the Miss Marvel figure. Because of the fact that they didn't make the the one from the show with the original outfit. I still hope that they do show her original outfit in the movie. I'm gonna say they have to, because they got to show you, how they upgrade, right? Just like they did, Ahsoka, just like they do with every other movie, they always upgrade something. So I think that the origin suit is gonna be made eventually. Maybe, but I want her figure. I want her figure 100%, and I want to see what accessories they give you with her. We already saw the One Piece figure Luffy, with the stretchy arms. So what are they going to do for her? They got to give you some stretchy stuff too, right? They got to give you some big fist or some big something, some long legs. So we'll see how that does. What do you think? Do you think that's coming at all? No.
No.
He's like, no.
Yeah, I won't beat you up on this one though.
Thule says, I never felt right about Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Something just didn't.
She wrote it for herself. What do you mean? She attacked the whole. She attacked all of us.
She attacked all men.
Yeah, she attacked any basically fandom of the comic books and yeah, basically, and that's how it came off, right? If you're a dude who likes this stuff, she basically came right out and challenged us, and bad move, stupid.
Yep.
And she didn't get along with any of her cast members.
She lost a lot of fans. She lost a lot of fans.
Yeah, she effed up. And she never recovered. It's like what's her name? What's the stupid chick from DC? Chick from Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp, yeah.
Yep, she's never gonna recover. I mean, look, that dummy moved to Spain or France.
Yes, I did hear that too. Yep, she moved out of the country.
Yeah, like go away for a decade, maybe.
I think that's exactly why she did that, for people to forget about her. So when she comes back, it's like, oh look, she's back. Because she's not doing much right now.
Yeah, Brie Larson, what a dumb. And look, she did the same thing that Snow White chick did. Let me tell you, the Snow White chick got.
Oh yes. Did you hear what she said? How rude is that? Unreal.
Dummy. Just shut your mouth. Like, who do you just shut your mouth.
Sideshow can't give those Captain Marvel. Yeah, that's one. The thing is, I think for them to even do decently, I think they have to make them limited. And I don't mean like announce that they're only like 1,500. No, I mean like don't make 10,000. I wouldn't even want one for free. Oh, please give it to me. All right, guys.
I have a couple Captain Marvels.
Captain Marvels? Which ones do you have? Oh, you have the original.
I have her leather jacket look. I have then her like suited up with the mohawk.
Yes.
I have because I think I got a deal on her. I got the stupid Butch haircut from Endgame. That's my least favorite one. And then I got a second one, and I made the fighter pilot suit.
See, I have a third one. I have two displayed. So one suited up with the mohawk, one with the leather jacket, and I have a third one sitting, sealed. I was obviously planning on selling it. It's a deluxe, special edition. So I was planning on selling it. But what I'm thinking now is to just use it. Obviously open it and display it. But because I have one, obviously, I don't know if you guys remember that she came with two mohawks. One was pre-lit and one was her brown hair. I believe I have the pre-lit one. I don't have the brown hair one. So I can use.
Can I ever show you her?
Let me see. No. Oh, that's sick. Where'd you get that?
I made it.
Yeah, but what the body? I mean, like not the body.
Some Japanese military chick figure.
Oh my god! Yeah. And you got the helmet too?
Yeah. But I mean, it just sits at the.
No, that's beautiful. I need it.
It just sits at the base of the. But I mean, yeah, I like that whole like fighter pilot.
Yes. No, that's beautiful.
That's why I'm hoping they come out with the other one that.
Which one?
The other Captain Marvel from the black girl. She has a fighter pilot.
Yes. Yep. Rambo.
Rambeau, Monica Rambeau. Yep, I'd like her.
Joker J says, "Have somebody Captain Marvel dresses." This guy, he says, "Dress as Farm Boy Luke." It'd be perfect for the times. A little transaction, no pun intended. We have a transaction with some transaction.
So you got to get a little. What is that goo tape, and then she can hold her.
Oh, the blue tack, yes.
Yeah, you just put the glue.
That is beautiful. That is a badass figure.
Thanks, man.
No, that's really cool. I like that stuff. I like, I was talking to I was talking to Uncarded Reviews about the Tom Cruise figures, the Top Gun figures. They look awesome. I'm not getting any of them, but they look really, really good. Like really, really, really good. Rambo first Pardukes. Transaction. But yeah, guys, we made it. We did it. 11/11/2023. Michael, any news? Anything?
Nope.
Anything? Did you pre-order anything? Any accessories? Any add-ons for anything?
No, I came close. I filled up a big cart to maybe do a big order, and then I said, you know what? I'm gonna wait. It's just
from your site.
Yeah. So I did. I filled up a big cart the other day, and I was getting all the figures that that I haven't gotten, but I'm like, you know what? I think I can
do better.
Yeah, nothing's selling out. You know what I mean? Moon Knights are there.
Yeah.
Carnages are plenty. Luke Skywalker from the show now with the battle damage robot. He's now going down in price.
Yeah, the DX from the Mandalorian.
Yep, the Spider-Mans are all cheap. I feel like all the villains, like if those villains start going down to 180, I'll end up I will get then.
Yeah.
Green Goblin and Doc Ock if they're gonna start dropping under $200.
All right. Oh, they definitely will. They will, because they're not selling out at all right now. Like not.
Well, but who did go up was the Iron Man, the
D100.
No, the
Mark III,
the Mysterio drone, the zombie Iron Man.
Oh, the Mysterio Illusion Iron Man.
Yes, because that thing was south of $200 there for a while, and now it's
that was
a ton of people probably bought it, and now it's up again. Now it's like 220, 230.
Oh,
which is still good for that figure because it was $400.
Right, that figure, and that's a great figure too. The diorama, the base, the battle damaging, everything about that figure is beautiful. So when it started going for that cheap, I was like, what the hell's going on? It was very depressing. Michael, are you getting are you doing a collection tour soon? Joker J wants to know.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God. Yeah, guys, my collection tour is coming soon. I got to start filming. Like I said,
let me show you this. For the Loki. You said I was going to show this.
Go ahead. I already cleaned up, as you know, these boxes. So I just gotta, I gotta dust. There's a lot of dust in some of the cases. So I gotta dust, and then once I'm done with that,
okay, I know you guys know this is not the art show, but look at this original piece of art I just picked up. Amazing.
Oh my God. Speaking of Loki, look at that.
Can you see that thing?
That is gorgeous.
It's monstrous.
Wait, you framing that or no?
I hope this is real. But I think I gotta contact the artist, just take some pictures of it to say, validate this for me, please.
That is awesome.
Is this thing awesome or what?
That is badass. And it looks just like what just happened on the show too.
So this is like I guess they did a Loki omnibus. So this is the original cover for that. Omnibus is like a huge collection of comic books all together, like in one giant Marvel book. Right. So this is the cover. Who's the artist? Mark Brooks.
That is badass,
sick, man. Right?
That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's got a nice gloss to it too.
I know, the black and white covers that are pen and ink, people don't tend to love those. But
it's different. It's a different world.
Yeah, it's a different world. When you get a painted cover like this, everyone tends to love the
No,
when it's
that's
fully
that,
colored.
the colors. That green is gorgeous. That
Pops with all the gold, and look, you can see
Yeah.
like Mjolnir and
oh, look at the mighty Thor's helmet there.
yeah, you look at the
Oh,
hammers there.
sick. That's awesome. No, that's sick. That's
Pretty
a
cool,
really,
eh?
really nice, yeah. That's an awesome picture.
Don't
That's
go
a
down
really-
this road though, kids.
Kids, don't do drugs. Fabs collection tour. Don't beat around the bush. Dusting you go. That's the worst. That is the most annoying part of collecting. Think about. Look behind me. Right. See, like for example, if I were to dust that shelf, I would have to take every single figure out of there, dust, and then put it back in, which I don't mind because all that does is, allows me to rearrange and make a little bit more room. One thing I'm going to be doing is unnecessary
With the
cases.
glass on the case, you really dust doesn't get in there.
No, on your module cases, my cases
Yeah.
my cases get dust.
Yeah, those module cases are sealed, so like thankfully the dust doesn't get in.
Yeah, that's why I need them. These big ones dust all in them because they're not sealed. There's actually a gap in between the glass all around, and obviously the details get super.
Oh, really? Even my wood cases, thank God, they seal. Like there's a rubber seal, so when the glass door slides closed, it's
Nope.
like it's
Not these. These are all wide open.
Jeez.
Frame it up, bro. Yes, that.
Oh no, 100%. And let me tell you, if you ever done professional like legit framing, that's gonna cost me probably close to a G to frame that thing.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's not Michael's framing. It ain't gonna cost me $200 or
Right.
the cheap end.
Right.
$150
No, you
at
gotta go. You
Michael's.
gotta
Like
go
you go to
all
a
out.
legitimate framer.
Yeah, like straight up, like crystal.
It's it's a museum. Yep, museum glass, so that you can't get the sunlight through to ruin it. Yeah, it adds up, man. It's expensive.
Joker J, you're 100% correct. When it's, I mean, I don't know if it's like down here, but dust anywhere, it makes me stuffy immediately. Parts start falling off when dusting. Yeah, that's another thing. When you start like moving stuff around, everything starts falling. You're like, what the hell? That's what happened to my Predator.
Did he just say it? Did he just say it's an awesome Loki art print?
Yeah. What is it? It's not an art print.
Oh no,
you said it was the cover. Never mind.
That's a fucking original. That's an original piece of art. There's one of those, guys.
Eric, you're wrong. Eric, wait. Mike wants you to know something.
Art print.
Mark.
Jesus Christ.
Eric, Mike wants you to know something. Hold on.
Wrong.
Oh my God. Art print.
Oh my God.
I think he did that on purpose. He's trying to get me going. But that's a good way
Thank
to
you, Peyton. I appreciate it. Bobby. All right, guys. Thank you guys for staying. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for always being here. Thank you guys for always being so active in the chat. Like I said, stay tuned. Collection tour coming soon. What else is coming soon? I have another video coming that I have to make. I forget what it was. Oh, guys, I'm going to be doing a few videos. I was given a really good idea by Roberto Castro in the house. Thank you, Roberto. He gave me an idea to make videos regarding, like, for example, what is my favorite figure of 2010? What is my favorite figure of 2011? What is my favorite figure of 2012? What is my so because I have so many of those years, from those years, I'm going to be doing those videos. I'm going to be doing, my top 3 favorite figures from that specific year. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos with old figures like that. I would have never thought about that. I have so much stuff that I don't, I just do my single stuff. So I'm going to be doing fun videos like that. So stay tuned for those.
We should do like a final what is it, Sweet 16 bracket, me versus you. I know you don't want to do it, but
no, that'd be
I think I could do it.
Like if you could come up with what figures you have for what years, and if we could do like a what figure you like, what figure we could do that on a show too. You make a list, I make a list. Guys, hit that like button if you don't mind. Don't forget before you leave. Thank you. Yeah, we could do that. We'll do something fun. All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Don't forget. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.